Good morning everyone, it's the 4th of July. Happy 4th of July to my American viewers. Don't have any American viewers. You only have an Independence Day because of the British, so keep remembering that. We're here in Sonning Eye. This is the River Thames behind me, and I'm going to go and test out one of my Facebook Marketplace purchases. I've got a Canadian style canoe which I've just strapped to the roof of my car, and I'm going to take it out for its maiden voyage. So let's get it all unwrapped and on the water. So here is it on the roof of the car. I've tied it on using ratchet straps because I don't have any roof bars, but it held well, and it obviously overhangs out the rear, so I tied it onto the tow bar and onto the front towing eye as well, just for a little bit of security. So it's quite battered, as you can see. It's a Facebook Marketplace purchase. Lots of scratches, lots of dents, lots of screws and all sorts of stuff, but as long as it floats, it's alright. Joining me today is my brother, who's going to help me lift it off. I put it on myself. Ready, Edwin? Oh yeah. So I didn't have any oars for my canoe, it didn't come with it, so I've got these oars which I bought for my inflatable kayak, and I purchased these little plastic handle things. So I had to shop around. I finally found some from China. They nearly fit, but they were still loose, so I wrapped it in some duct tape and I locked it on tight, so it's pretty good. So now we actually have a handle and a canoe when we go. So let's test if that doesn't fall off in the water. We've got someone visiting us right on the shore who's going to watch me fall in. Beautiful goose. And some sort of long-tailed little bird, very cute. Wagtail, I think they call it. As you can see, it's wagging. Oh, I've found a little worm. Wonderful.
Look at this guy, look at this. Look at this guy coming to our shore, Babu.
So guys, I'm on the water now. I tried to go with my brother, and it was very uneven. Like, we were literally about to fall over just by moving an inch to the left or right. So I don't know. I've seen people, well, 3 people. This is a 3-person canoe, so it's very weird that it's not working. I would have to do a bit of exploration about that. Maybe put some floats on the side or something, because I really want to have this as a 2-person setup. You see, it's very peaceful here. I also need to work on my technique. I don't think I have the right oar. Obviously these are kayak oars, so you should be able to, in a canoe, use only on one side, so I'm on my left at the moment, and then that should be able to keep you going straight. I don't know the technique. I did look at some YouTube channels, and some weren't too helpful. Some were just like, oh, you got to spin it and then do it that way. So let's try that without getting wet. No, not working that way. So I'm just going to keep moving left and right for now. That's quite peaceful actually. Beautiful. Lovely areas of the River Thames down there. Very nice. So as you know, I'm probably trying to show you guys some clips. I used to have, I still have an inflatable kayak. You know, one of those ones from Decathlon, Itwit or something like that. It's a great kayak. But unfortunately it has a lot of, what do you call it, drag, because of how heavy it sits in the water. So you find yourself a lot of the time just really pushing hard. Like right now I'm putting very little effort into and I'm moving probably around the same speed as I was doing in the kayak, going really fast. It's a shame I didn't bring my my other oars with the other ends on it, because then it's a shame I didn't bring my other kayak oars with the 2 ends, so I can actually do a double action like that, because I think, you know, they're long enough to reach, which is alright. But for now I'll just have to do the switcheroo action. So, as you've seen from that little time shift, I'm going quite well down the river now. No obstacles this time. I'm still working my way through how to do the single-sided oar. I've kind of figured it out. You've got to oar and then twist it to kind of get the kind of rudder motion to keep it straight. It works, but it's very slow. So I'm trying to, you know, because basically you're pulling yourself along and then you're physically putting resistance to stop you from turning, essentially slowing you down. So there's obviously got to be a better way. It's not like you're in a rush at all. I've deliberately left my phone back at the car with my brother for the simple reason is I don't want to lose my phone if I fall in. I have fallen in the River Thames before. Same river, but further up. I've done it near Oxford. Yeah, I was in the inflatable and I sat too far to the rear. I was a bit heavier back then and it just went whoop, and it capsized quite dramatically like a Titanic and I fell in. Yeah, I lost these same glasses. I've had about 6 pairs of them. I lost 1 pair in the sea in Normandy and I was swimming in Omaha Beach. If you know your history of Omaha Beach, it's obviously where the Americans landed their troops during the Normandy or invasion of Europe after 1944, I think it was. I think 1944, yeah, 6th of June 1944, if my memory works correctly, which sometimes it doesn't. So yeah, I've lost 1 pair there, 1 in the River Thames, 1 in the sea somewhere else, some from breakage, some from loss, but I've had quite a few pair of these. They're my favourites, I use them for flying as well. But back to topic, because I digress. Absolutely wonderful there. I really want to explore so much more. I only paid 3 hours on the parking because, like I said, this was my maiden voyage. Testing out a few things. Firstly, testing out the multiple people thing. Me and my brother are quite large, so I think because we've got a quite high centre of gravity sitting on these seats, it became quite unstable. On my own, it works really well. That's one thing I didn't like about my Itwit, my inflatable, is when you're on your own, it sags in the middle. So rather than being like a nice boat shape, it just goes like that. Creates even more resistance, just because how heavy I am. And it wasn't comfortable. So I say that at the least. And it was very slow. And if you went, I took it in the River Thames again near Richmond on Thames. And obviously Richmond, that area is very, very tidal. Going with the tide, whew, I was flying. I was passing everyone on their cycles, everything. Coming back, because I decided to just go back without looking at the tide times, yeah, it was difficult. I was really, really struggling. We were hardly moving. Me and my friend were paddling quite tough, hardly. So yeah, it's an interesting one. If I carry on the direction I'm going, which is essentially north now, I've turned from east to north towards Henley-on-Thames, and I can actually see some rowers directly ahead of me. Henley-on-Thames Boat Festival, I think, starts in a few days, which is obviously quite a big one. And those rowers are coming towards me, so I will give them some room, because they go backwards. They have a guide to tell them which direction to go, but it's called the Strait of Gibraltar. Hello. Pretty cool, yeah. I've been to Gibraltar, as you know. Creating some waves in the water for me. So I've got some reed beds to the right, the river up ahead, trees, overhead lines, quite dramatic clouds coming in now. I don't think it's meant to rain. And then to my rear, some little canal boats. And just me, about to go into the reeds. I'm going to take over. It's so peaceful. Leaving my phone with no notifications or calls. I never do that. I normally just bring a waterproof pouch and bring my phone with me just in case I fall in. And also because I've got no engine, obviously, it's very, very peaceful here. Very peaceful. guys. Fit check. How the girls do it, right? Hello.
It's the Royal Navy, right there.
Very peaceful nonetheless. Yeah, but like I said, I know my limitations now on the boats. I need a proper oar. I could do some sort of side stabilizers. I know you don't need it, but if I'm going to have a two-person operation, you know, side stabilizers would be beneficial. So I'll see what I can get available. I'll maybe make something. See what's out there actually first before I make something. But other than that, I think we're ready to go. The next trip coming up is there's a camping trip actually. I think it's a one-nighter or a two-nighter. I need to confirm, with the Outdoor Muslim, and they're doing something called a paddle and fire. So they're trying to encourage obviously Muslims to get out more and enjoy nature, look at the creation, that sort of stuff, find peace. So they're trying to do a camping trip, and that's obviously the aim eventually for this, is to try and get out a bit more and more on the water, because I've done a lot of hiking and camping, but never really water stuff.
Come on, sir.
Two swans and their children, 3 of them. They're very sweet. Yes, and then immediately stand up and pull my weight to one side. Pull my weight to one side. Okay, there we are. Quite good. You're ready to go in now. I need to push you off. Yeah. It'd be fun if I fell in now, wouldn't it? Oh. Sits quite nice in the water, doesn't it? For a Facebook Marketplace boat. There we are. Canoe's back on the roof again. Good little test. Went out for about an hour up and down the river. My brother took a go as well, so I'll share a video of that. We know what we need to buy for the next trip, and we've already got a shopping list. But other than that, I know that if I want to go alone with my gear, I'm good. 2 people, I do need a stabilizer. Thank you very much for watching Junkie Captain, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Junkie Captain out.